And we are live. Big up, everybody. Big up. Diesel's back. Come on. Boom. Last game of the season. I hope we're all well. First of all, can everybody hear me? Yes, I do this every stream, but I feel I have to. Someone put yes. Who's it going to be? The first person. Come on, and then we can crack on. Come on for this meaningless game. So I'll wait. I'll wait. Oh, God. Right, you can hear me, yeah? Oh, good. I thought I was on mute. Cheers, Craig. Lovely. Right, okay. Big up to you. Big up to everybody. Hope we're all well. Arsenal versus Everton. Last game of the season. So it's us against Jimmy D. And Jimmy D's in the chat. Big up yourself, Jimmy. Hope you're well, mate. Very, very quickly, let me just pick up you guys in the chat. And then after I do that, I'm going to quickly go through the lineup of both teams. So Craig Malloy, big up to yourself. We've got Jimmy D in the chat, as I mentioned. Grant McRoberts is in the chat. Big up yourself, Grant. We've got David P in the chat. Steve RFC is in the chat as well. There he is. Liam R97, my guy. Come on, Liam. Hope you well, mate. We've got Tony Blackwell. Come on, Tone. Where is he? There he is. Hope you well, Tone. Hope you're good, mate. Lovely weather today. Lovely weather. And I'm indoors doing this. So, you know, I'll do my bit for the club, believe it or not. Who else we got? We got Diego, Crystal Palace, my guy. Diego, big up yourself, mate. Hope you well. Good luck all today. Please hit a like as you enter the live stream chat. Will Smith, the likes. Please, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers, Diego. We got Jeff Cross in the chat as well. My guy Ryan, come on, my mate there. Big up yourselves, big up these. I bet all the sexuals are at the stadium enjoying the atmosphere. Mugs, yeah. Could not agree with you anymore, mate. And we know there's a lot of mugs in this fan base, don't we? But yeah, I've waxed lyrical about that all season, mate. Nothing's changed. It's only going to get worse. And I think that is it. Hopefully there'll be more joining later on. Listen, I can appreciate everyone's doing watch-alongs at the moment. If not, they're either at the game or they're out in the sunshine enjoying their Sunday. But obviously it's the last game of the season. As I said in my thumbnail, it's meaningless. It's a forgettable season. So yeah, look, let's just use it for what it is. There's nothing really more I can say. I'm going to go through the lineups very quickly. If I can find it. Hang on, here we go. Right, okay. So for Arsenal, Aaron Ramsdale in goal. We've got Cedric. Same defence right back. We've got Cedric. Then we've got Rob Holding and Gabriel in the middle. And we've got Tavares, whatever his name is, left back. Midfield, we've got Elneny and Granit Xhaka. Yeah, Granit Xhaka. In midfield, we've got Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli. Up front, Eddie and Nketiah. On the bench for us, Bert Leno, Ben White, Lacazette, Smith Rowe, Pepe, Lokonga, Salah Oulad, whatever his name is, never heard of him, Zach Swanson and Charlie Patino, the next Fabregas, apparently. Now for Everton, Begovic in goal. In defence, they've got Mason Holgate, Michael Keane, and Branthwaite. Midfield, ex-Arsenal old boy, Alex Iwobi, Tom Davis, Decore, John Joe Kenny, Demarai Gray, whatever his name is, Gray. Dele Alli starts today for Everton. Okay, everyone's going a bit OTT about his performance the other day, but okay, too little, too late for me. But anyway, Dele Alli, Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front, who has been linked with Arsenal quite a bit. So you never know. Let's see what he's made of today, eh? Now listen, this. Oh, hang on. Let me just do the bench as well for Everton. Mikalenko is on the bench. Tossen is on the bench. Seamus Coleman, Anthony Gordon, Donny van der Beek, Andy Lonergan, Isaac Price, Lewis Dobbin, and Reece Welch. They're on the bench for Everton. Now let me just say this, guys. Right now, there's a lot of people who are saying Everton. Obviously now that, and obviously Jimmy D. I want to get your take on this as well. Everton, they are now safe. As we all saw the other day or the other night against Palace, 3-2 they won, 2-0 down. They're now safe. So are they going to take this game seriously? Are they mentally already on the beach? Are they coming to London just for a day out? Or is there another side of it where you think, do you know what, they want to try and end the season in some sort of style? Their towels are going to be up because they now know they're safe. I don't know, right? I don't know. What I do know is, obviously, it wouldn't surprise me if we beat Everton, because if we're being totally honest here, there's no pressure on Arsenal. Yeah, there's no pressure on Arsenal. Everyone's praying for a miracle that Spurs fall down against Norwich. When you've got our own manager, our piss poor excuse of a manager, coming out and openly saying we're supporting Norwich. So let me get this right. We knocked down Highbury to move to the Emirates in order to compete with the big teams. And fast forward all these years later, our own manager is saying that we support Norwich. We're hoping Norwich do us a favour. This is a team, one of the worst Premiership teams I've seen in the Premier League. Norwich, crap. No offence, but they are rubbish. And yet we are in Arsenal, the mighty Arsenal, the third biggest club in the country, Arsenal, are relying on this piss poor team to somehow try and create an upset. That's where we are. That's why we moved. Yeah, that's where we are right now as of today. Yeah, and I saw that press conference, and one of the journalists asked him, your reluctance to spend any money in January to get any players in, did that come back to bite you in the arse? Did it come back to haunt you? And the arrogance of this manager to actually look in that journalist's eyes and sit there calm and collected as anything and say, no. That's all he said. Didn't really elaborate on that. One word, no. Now, we all know he messed up there, right? We all know he messed up. And for him to sit there and say, no, he did nothing wrong. Everything he did was right. Again, this manager he makes my blood boil. But it's got to that point now where even I'm sitting here thinking, do you know what? I don't know how many more times I can rant, I can rave. What's the point? What's the point? A lot of these fans in our fan base, you just can't turn them. Like you'd like to think eventually they're going to wake up. And like I said to you guys last week, with what happened at Spurs, the capitulation at Spurs and the capitulation at Everton, if these guys don't wake up from them 2 games alone, forget the rest of the season, those 2 games alone, if people can't wake up from that and see what's really going on here behind the surface, then do you know what? Nothing will. Nothing will. Yeah. Losers, like I keep saying, loser mentality. CMO's in the chat as well. My guy Connor, come on. Watch this space, guys, with the channel, because Connor's doing some work for me and I just know it's going to be sick. No pressure, obviously, Con. But listen, Connor's also got a YouTube channel, so CMO, type that in YouTube and please follow him. Yeah, really nice guy, good guy, works hard. Yeah, deserves credit where credit's due. So please go and give him a follow as well. Big up yourself, CMO. Come on. Me personally, in terms of this game today, because there's no pressure on Arsenal, I think we'll win. I think we'll probably do it. I think we'll do it 2-0. I was edging towards 2-1. Can I see Everton scoring? Calvert-Lewin up front. If he wants to move to Arsenal, is he going to put a shift in to put himself in the... I don't know. I look at who we've got in defence. Will Everton be on the beach? Will they really give it their all in this game? No, do you know what? 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1. I think Everton will score. I'm going to go 2-1. What does everyone else think? Everyone put their score predictions in the chat, please, and I will read them out. Bit of a tough one to gauge, isn't it, this game? Anytime, Con. Anytime, you know that, bruv. Come on. We've got the lovely Zoe Thomas in the chat as well. Hope you're well, Zoe. And we've got TG23 in the chat. Big up yourself, mate. Hope you're good. Right, what else we got? Why have I done that? Hang on. Big up Saliba. He knows to stay away from this control freak manager after what he's done to Magalhaes, Aubameyang, Guendouzi. Do you know what? I'm still hearing a lot of people. Look, I'm still hearing a lot of people keep blabbing and going on about Aubameyang. Yeah, I'm sick to death of it. I could not care less what he's doing at Barcelona. I'm sorry. I know I'm a minority here, and the majority of the other YouTube channels you watch keep going on like he was the best thing since sliced bread. It really wasn't. I'm glad. Listen, for me, in my opinion, you guys know I don't rate this manager one little bit. The one thing I will give him credit for was getting rid of Aubameyang. I wanted him out the club. I'll say it before, I'll say it again. I will always big up this guy because he was the only one who was with me right in the beginning. Danny Cook, yeah. The only two really who was like, nah, sell him, get him out, because we could see what was coming. Yeah, this guy is not a killer. I don't care what anybody tells me. He's not world class. He's not a killer. He is a problem behind the scenes, right? Yeah, he is a captain, but he doesn't act like a captain. Yeah. Now, people can say to me, oh, yeah, but it's not his fault he got made captain. Well, yeah, it is his fault, really, because he could have refused it. He didn't have to take it. No one forced him to take it, right? He took it. So if you take the armband, unfortunately, guys, you have to take the responsibility that comes with it. And he wasn't a captain. You do not turn up late to a North London derby. I could not care less what anybody tells me. No Arsenal player should be doing that. Least of all, the captain, who's there to set an example and to set a precedent for all the other players, and especially all the young players, the youth players. He didn't do any of that, right? Before, it's not like he played bad for 2-3 games and then we sold him. He's been dreadful for what, 18 months? He was crap, went missing in games, was a passenger, hiding. How many times have we, and I've seen other YouTube channels say this, how many times did he pull out of challenges? Yeah? Weak. Now, we can all moan about this team, about how weak they are, mentally fragile, cowardice, yeah, limp, all these words, spineless. Do you know who was at the heart of that? Aubameyang. So I don't understand his outcry now for, oh, why did we get rid of him? When he was here, he was doing nothing for us. I could not care less what he's doing at Barcelona. I only care about what he did here. He did nothing here. The only thing that I put Arteta to account or hold him to account for, yes, sell him, great. You did what I wanted. Thank you, Mikel. However, you need to replace the man. And you didn't replace the man, right? 6 players walk out the door and not one come in, yeah? And we threw away top 4, and that is a major factor as to why we did, because injuries crept up, caught up with us, and once again, we can't handle it. And it's pressure. This summer, by characters, by leaders, not necessarily the best players who, we all know what his name is on the back of the shirt. I want the right players. I want characters, leaders. I want this manager gone. We all know he's not going to go. We all know he's under no pressure whatsoever. The result at Spurs and the result at Newcastle doesn't eliminate, it doesn't add any pressure onto this man whatsoever, right? This man could lose 10 games in a row. There is no pressure on this man whatsoever. What a job to have, by the way. What a job. Yeah? I'd like something like that. But you know what? He's got a big summer. And judging by the press conference, I've got no faith at all. I'm hearing about this Brazilian Marquinhos. Once again, we're buying a player who has potential. So this player is not good enough to come into the team right now and perform. This is a player who, once again, we sign, who, not ready now, but give it 5 years, he might just turn into something. Yeah? That's the route we're going down. That's why the club's finished. Simple as that. But anyway. Right, these score predictions. Right, let's see what you guys are saying. You know what I'm like, guys? I go off on a tangent. I do apologise. Right, Craig Malloy's going 2-1 Arsenal. He's agreeing with me. David P's going for a 2-2 draw, a Desmond, as we like to call it. Zoe Thomas is going, I reckon, 3-1 to the Arsenal. Too little, too late. Zoe, Arsenal could beat Everton 10-0, 15-0, 20-0. I could not care less. All that tells me is when there's no pressure on this team, they come out of hiding and they can actually play a bit of ball. Yeah, and they know how to pass the ball around. When there's pressure on us, we go into hiding. Yeah, spineless. Sorry, I call it how I see it. It's as simple as that. I don't hide behind nothing. Yeah, don't hide behind nothing. It's been a piss poor season for us. Yeah, all this bollocks I'm hearing from Laura Woods, Martin Keown, Ray Parler, Ian Wright, all these other wankers, yeah, about we've overachieved. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. No, right? Targets and achievements, yeah, or sorry, should I say, targets and aims can change throughout the course of a season. Yeah? Leicester winning the league, right, at the start of that very season, no one at Leicester said, right, we're aiming to win the league this season. Yeah? Right? But halfway through that season, right, when they could smell it, they could sniff it, targets change. Right? No longer is it we want to try, our aim is to finish in the top half of the table. No, the target has now changed from that to, do you know what? Let's go all out to win the league, right? Or even top 4. Yeah? 3/4 of the way, they're beating everyone in their wake. They're up there. It changes again. Do you know what? Let's actually try and win this thing. We can do this. Everyone else around us is falling apart. We can do this. So it's gone from our aim is to finish in the top half of the table to top 4. We could get that. To, actually, you know what? We can win this thing. It changes. Aims, targets change throughout the season, yeah? So all this rubbish about people saying, oh, we finished 8th 2 seasons in a row, now we're going to finish 5th. On paper, that looks an achievement, right? We've jumped up 3 places. No, it's not. No, it's not, because no one's talking about that capitulation. No one's talking about the fact that, you know what? Yeah, we had it in our grasp. We had it in our hands. In our hands, more than once, by the way. More than one occasion. Yeah? And we blew it. Yeah? Even when we blew it once and somehow people were handing it back to us. Yeah? You sure you don't want it, Arsenal? You sure? We blow it again. Now, go on now. You're right. Arsenal... Yeah, look, it's a third try, third chance. You sure you don't want it, Arsenal? You sure you don't want it? Here it is. Nah, you're all right. Gutless, mate. Gutless. TG23 is going for a 2-2 or a 3-2 Everton late goal. Ding dong, big up yourself, mate. Ding dong, the bitch is gone. Actually, the bitch is still here, unfortunately. Just signed a new contract. We all know who I'm talking about. Mr. Farteta. 1-1, big D in my opinion. So you're going for a 1-1 draw. Liam R97 Diesel, there will be a certain channel with buntings and champagne popping when Arsenal finish 5th. Yeah, and we all know who that is. Yeah, we all know that who that is. And they play a major part in the fall from grace of this club. It's as simple as that. Jeff Cross, why watch EastEnders, right? Well, when you can watch that. No wonder the viewing figures of both Corrie and EastEnders are falling, because everyone's now moving over to that channel to watch that, because that's all entertainment, isn't it? Paid actors. It's as simple as that. Jeff Cross is going for a 3-1. Tony Blackwell's going 2-1 Everton. Liam's going 1-0 Everton. Steve's going 1-0. Liam Diesel aftv are saying Cronky out, but sitting there with the new shirts on. Yeah, some Cronky out when you've put money in his pocket, all for the cameras. Liam, do you know what? The way I look at it, right? These guys are going to stay there no matter what. The one good thing for me, yeah, the one good thing for me is I think slowly but surely a lot more people now are seeing that channel for what it really is. Yeah, when that channel first started out, yeah, I genuinely believe it was for the right reasons. I do, right? It was for the fans, by the fans, right? And then obviously, as it progresses and as it gets more successful, with that comes more financial gain, right? Yeah, there's more money about, you know, sponsorship comes into play, yeah? Subscriptions, likes, retweets, you know, media duties, you know, everything, anything and everything that brings in money and brings in dollar. And along the way, they've lost themselves, yeah? They've lost themselves, right? Claude used to tell me this all the time, even when he was on there, yeah? That there were so many people on there who said one thing off camera and then said another on camera, yeah? And, you know, this is a guy, it was the only one on there, by the way, who actually had any credit, because he always told it how it was. He always spoke from the heart, and that's why people loved him, right? That's why he was revered worldwide, yeah? This lot ain't got a clue. I could not care about the ages or how old they are or how many times they've been, or they supposedly reckon they've been going to the Arsenal, because a lot of them ain't. I know for a fact a lot of them haven't got season tickets. I know for a fact a lot of them drive to the stadium, home and away, yeah, find a pub to rock in, watch the game on the telly, and then they make sure they're at the concourse right for their fan cam, yeah? Some of these people do not go into the stadium to watch the game, yeah? I'm telling you now, that is a fact, by the way. That is an absolute fact. Right, where did I put that? Tony Ibra is in the chat as well. Big up, Tone. Right, 1 minute until kickoff. Big up the man, the living legend, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Come on, that's me, bruv. Mr. Put You in a Wheelchair. Yeah, Mr. Sirloin Steaks. Big up my guy, Diesel. Come on. You know me so well. And you know what? I love it. I don't even pretend to be anything I'm not, mate. That is me to a T. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, let me try and get this game up now. Do you know, I'm not even like looking forward to this, if I'm honest with you. I'm glad the season's done. I am. It's just been a poor season, and obviously, I don't let any of these other channels sort of like try and fool you into thinking it's we capitulated, and but you know, they're a young team. You know, they're still learning about each other. They're learning how to play with each other. They will be a lot stronger mentally next season, and you know, they have a lot to learn, but you know, we're only going to get better. He's going to go out and find some real gems in the summer, and this, that, yeah. Like any excuse to like give these players and this manager a pass, I've heard it. Believe me, anything you can imagine, I've heard it. Right? I see through this. If I'm honest with you, I see through this manager, the arrogance in that press conference he did. Like, I'm watching it. I just don't believe a word he says. And to be honest, I don't even think he believes it. And you know what the funny thing is, right? Reading between the lines, if you look at these journos who are asking him these questions, there are not all of them, but there are one or two. There are one or two there who really have to bite their tongue, because a couple of them want to ask him the right questions, but they know they can't. Like, they're under orders. Yeah, they have to. Do you know what I mean? They have to sort of play with a straight bat, if you like, right? They can't ask him what they really want to ask him. Yeah, because we all know that they're all prepped, right, before they go in there and ask these questions. In fact, and I don't know if this is true, but it wouldn't surprise me if it is. But someone said to me once that the journos, they have to show an Arsenal spokesman, whoever it is, they have to show them the questions that they're going to ask. So the Arsenal spokesman will obviously stand there and say, like, show, I want to see what questions you're going to ask. Right, you can't ask that. You can't ask that. That one's all right. You can, that's fine. You can't ask that. That one you can ask, but you have to change the wording on that. You can't. That's a bit too direct. You can't do that. That seriously. Look at the bigger picture, Big D. Arsenal have overachieved it. Yeah, exactly, mate. Joke, innit? Joke. Arsenal just about to kick off. Cedric and Odegaard. All right. What am I talking about? No. Right, 41 seconds, 42, 43. We've got a free kick. Crossed in by Martinelli. Oh. Come back out to Odegaard. Apologies, guys. I'm watching on this very legal stream, and the picture's not great. So if I do say it's a certain player and it's not, it's someone else, then yeah, forgive me. El Nenny's on the ball now. Does anyone, you guys in the chat, does anyone actually think that Norwich are going to cause an upset and help us today? Let me know your thoughts on that, by the way, because surprisingly, there are a lot of people who actually think it could happen. It's a reality. And also, the league. For me, Man City all day long. I think it's done. But yeah, again, you know, there's a bit of a split opinion on that as well. And Ewan Jones, you watch them put in a good performance today and win easily. Accept it. It'll be too little too late, because Tottenham will beat Norwich easily. And do you know what's going to happen? Arsenal win today, right? If Arsenal play half decent and they win this game, Yeah, those fan cams that you're going to see, you're going to have one guy in particular on there who's just going to be creaming in his pants, so excited and raving, waxing lyrical about the team today and the patterns of play and the performance and Arteta's the man and this, that, the other. Yeah, you just know what's going to happen, guys. You know what's going to happen. Yeah. Do you know what? I could understand if that channel was run by kids. I could understand if it was, I don't know, some 16, 17, 18-year-old founded it, the owner of it, and he's got all his mates on there, also 17, 18, 19. In a way, I can understand, because for me, they don't know any better, right? But when you see fully grown men on there, older than me, by the way, older than me, who have seen more than me or the same as me or whatever, yeah, and they're happy with this, right? It's the same with ex-players. Ian Wright, and it again kills me to say this because he's my favourite player of all time. Loved Wrighty, loved him, right, as a player. And yet he's sold out, sold his soul to the devil. Martin Keown's another one. Martin Keown, how that man has still got a job on TalkSport, I will never know. Yeah. Buried by Simon Jordan. How he is still in a job is absolutely criminal. That man is nicking a living for me. Nicking a living, right? And that infuriates me. The minute he opens his mouth, you know he chats shit. And when you watch TalkSport, every time he talks, keep your eyes on Simon Jordan. Because Simon ain't no dickhead. Simon knows this guy's an absolute clown. He knows he is, right? And he can't say nothing, but the look on his face, whenever Martin Keown tries to make a point, look at Simon's facial expression. It's an absolute picture. He knows this guy's a clown, and he's nicking a living as well. It's not just me. Nino, big up yourself, Nino. Nino's going 2-1 to Everton. Wolves are 1-0 up, by the way. Who are they playing again today? TG23, Diesel, they should educate people about a great club instead of twerking for money. Yeah, money's the root of all evil, though, mate. Some of the better people on that channel have now gone. And look at the crap on there now. It's just, you know, not for me. No way. Wolves are 1-0 up against Liverpool. Raw. David P. Norwich will win today and pigs will fly. Yeah, mate, I'll be absolutely shocked if that happens. SNK Neo Geo, big up Diesel. Hope you well, mate. Hope you good. Hope you good. David Dundash as well, another one, another real one. My guy, David. Hope you well, mate. Martin Keown is not being true to himself, and fans know it. I can't stand do you know what? I can't stand him. Some of these pundits, I don't like. But Martin Keown, I detest him. Detest him. He makes my blood boil. Anyone else? They don't affect me that much or that bad. But him, you know, when you look at someone, you just see fake. I don't believe a word he says. And do you know what? He don't even know what day it is. He's thick as shit. He don't know what day it is. Him does not know what day it is. Can't stand the guy. I really can't. Loved him as a player, but that's it. That's as far as it goes. Right. Oh, shot. Who was that? Eddie Nketiah, was it? No, Saka. Sorry, Saka. Yeah, gone way over. Goal kick to Everton. 6 minutes gone, guys. 6:02, 6:03, 6:04. Everton have got a player down. I think it's Dele Alli. What a fall from grace this guy's had. Do you know what? Jimmy D, sorry to say this, I've never rated him. Yes, he had that one breakout season, but you know what? Do you know what, right? I say this all the time, and I know some of you guys don't get where I'm coming from when I say this, yeah? Right? I talk about psyche, and Tony Blackwell, make sure you stay here for the next 5 minutes, because I want to, this will concern you as well, right? I talk about this, a player's psyche, yeah? I know certain people, right, who know Jermaine Defoe, right? Obviously local, you know, obviously I'm around here and he's from the sort of same manner, right? So obviously when you go out, you go to Faces, you go to Time and Envy and all these places, you know, like you get to meet these people and obviously, or you know, people who know them, yeah? And Jermaine Defoe is one of them players I've always thought, why is no big club ever like gone in for him? right? When you look at the goals he scores and the way he scores them, and he is a goal scorer and he is a goal threat and he's a poacher. And I've always wondered, why is no? And even back then, right, when he was in his prime, he weren't what I would call big money, right? And someone said to me that someone who a couple of guys actually who know him said he's like his psyche, and it's something that I place such a big emphasis on, right? It's not just like these managers, especially nowadays, and Wenger was a big advocate of it. Yeah, if Wenger was interested in a certain player, it wasn't just what he did on the pitch. Wenger wanted to know everything about him. He wanted to know, is he a party boy? Is he, is he always on the town? Is he always out in the clubs? Does he drink? Does he smoke? Right? Has he always got a different bird? All these things, right? Wenger was more interested in knowing the player as a man rather than as a player. What is he like? I'm more intrigued to know what he's like off the pitch, yeah? And Jermaine Defoe was always one of them where people would tell me, do you know what? Good player, very good player, knows where the goal is, right? Can get you a goal out of nothing. But, and with Jermaine Defoe, there was always a but. He's a party boy. He's always out and about. He don't get in till 4 or 5 in the morning, knowing he's got training. They have an important game tomorrow, and he'll creep out the night before, and he's with that bird, and then he's bringing that bird to a game. She's up there watching him. The next week he's got a different bird up there watching him. Then 2 weeks later he's got another bird up there watching it. And a lot of people were saying that he just doesn't have it, that hunger. He doesn't. Yes. A game, here and there, he'll turn up, he'll get you a decent goal. Other than that, because the thing with Jermaine Defoe was he'd always start the season on fire. He'd get 9 goals in 8 games or whatever. Then he'd go through this long, barren spell where he just could not find, he couldn't buy a goal. He was always a bit of a patchy player, yeah? And people saying to me, that is the reason why the likes of your Man United, your Arsenals, your Liverpools, your Chelseas, that is why those big clubs will never go in for him, because of things like that, because he's a bit of a loose cannon off the pitch. You just never know what you're going to get, right? He doesn't have that, people have told him for years, you could be so much better, right, than what you are. But all he wants to do is go out, drink, get girls, this, that, the other, right? Never really took it seriously. And that is what I'm saying, guys, is that. Now, Tony Blackwood, right, the reason why I mentioned your name is because I saw that Mark Noble interview, right, and I wanted to obviously use this, my stream now, just to obviously pay homage and respect to Mark Noble. Because I'll tell you something now, players like him, I love. I rave all the time about your Gareth Barrys, your James Milners, yeah, 7 out of 10 players, week in, week out, 7 out of 10. Monreal was like that with us, yeah? Yeah, not glamorous, never going to grab the headlines, will never be the best players, but you know what they have got? They've got heart, right? They've got determination, yeah? They're company men, right? Rarely injured, and they always put it in. They always leave everything on the pitch, yeah? Not the best players, granted, not the best players, but what they will give you is work. What they will give you is graft. What they will give you is a work ethic, and I love players like that. Scotty Parker was another one. I love those sort of players. And when I'm seeing Mark Noble, yeah, not the best player, right? Not class, yeah. But I'll tell you one thing, that man bled West Ham. He bled claret and blue. And you know what? I love players like that, yeah? Players who care. Players who will put it in. You know what I mean? Players like that. Characters, proper captains, leaders. Yeah, you're going into battle. You want to make sure that that man over there is with you. You want to make sure that man over there is on your side. And that is everything that Mark Noble was or is, shall I say, or whatever, right? Yeah, players like that. Now, this summer, I want characters. I'm not, sod the youngsters, sod this. We've got enough youngsters, right? Enough youngsters. I want leaders. I want characters. I want players who have got something about them. We won't do it. I know we won't. I can only tell you what I want and what I think most level-headed Arsenal fans want. But we know it's not going to happen while this clown's here, right? Arsenal are going to do everything on the cheap. Scrimp. Yeah? That's what they're going to do. All right? There ain't really much going on in this game, if I'm honest with you guys. 12 minutes gone. Saliba telling the press he wants to stay and play Champions League football. And as an Arsenal fan as a kid, but Arteta has ruined this guy's love for the club. We're going to regret this one. Yeah, of course we will. He don't want to come back. If I'm honest with you, I don't think Arteta wants him. We could have saved ourselves 50 million on Ben White by playing Saliba, and I personally think he's a better player. So make of that what you will, Jimmy D. That's a fair point, Diesel. Then yeah, I say that like about Defoe to like say this, Dele Alli. Some of these players, Jimmy D, some of these players, especially London, like when they play for a team in the, as they call London, bright lights, the big city. Some of these players, they can get lost. This is what I loved about Sir Alex Ferguson, the way he looked after those young players years ago. He looked after them. He made sure he kept them on the straight and narrow. He made sure they were surrounded by decent people. People always tell me that he would do random spot checks. It would just rock up at your house. Yeah, he would never call to tell you he's coming round. It would just rock up. Yeah, and if he didn't, he'd get one of his staff to do it, just to make sure you was in and you're doing all the right things and you're not having parties and this, that, the other. Yeah, and do you know what? I love things like that. That's why so many of these ex-Man United players refer to him as like a father figure. Yeah, because it wasn't just on match days and in training. This guy looked after you. This guy made sure that you were looked after and you were well prepared and you had decent people around you. Some of these people, I say it all the time, Jermaine Pennant, I used to see Jermaine all the time in the clubs. And I used to see Jermaine Pennant all the time on holiday. Malia, what's the other one? Kavos, Malia. Oh, I'm trying to think of the other one. Zanti, I think it was. It was one of those, yeah. Falaraki was another one. All these, and do you know what? Surrounded 20, 25 strong, yeah. These guys around him, yeah, and he's funding it. Jermaine, that's all coming from Jermaine's pocket. Jermaine, another drink, yeah? Nice one, bruv. Yeah. You love it? Yeah, and I always make this point, right? How many of those people are still with him today? I guarantee it's less than half. I'd put money on it, yeah? Hang-alongs, that's all they are. Surround yourself with the wrong people, you're never going to prosper. It's as simple as that. And that's not just in football, that's in life as well, yeah? Dele Alli had one breakout season, yeah, was overhyped, in my opinion. And do you know what? When I talk about mentally weak and fragile, he epitomizes that as well. Sorry, Jimmy, I'm just being honest. He does, yeah? Because for a player of ability like that, what annoys me and what really gets my goat about these players is you have something. And no matter who you have as your manager, you can't keep blaming the managers, yeah? You can't. It gets to a point where you've got to stop playing the victim. You're the problem. Look at you. Yeah? You've obviously got something about you because we saw it in that season, but you've wasted it. Someone's giving you something like that, a talent like that, and you choose to piss it up against the wall. No, I can't stand things like that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You got a talent, make the best of it. Because if he'd carried on, Dele Alli, who knows where he'd be today? But look, waste, absolute waste. Tony B, Rice has learnt a lot from Noble and stamped his own mark on the captaincy. Yeah, listen, the way he spoke glowingly about Declan Rice. Yeah, I see like the interview where Martin Noble said, look, last game of the season, I had about 150 people in the thing after the game, and that was 150 people, and that was consisted of like my friends and family and stuff like that. And Declan Rice stayed until the very end. He was the last one to leave, and he was just signing autographs, talking to Mark Noble's family and his friends. And Mark even warned him, listen, don't go in there because you're going to be in there for ages. But Declan was like, no, listen, it's respect. Yeah, that's your friends and family in there. I'm going to go in there because that's respect. Yeah. And he was the last one to leave. And do you know what? He just comes across as Declan Rice, such a nice kid. He doesn't come across like one of them, a flash arrogant arsehole or whatever. He doesn't. He comes across like a level-headed boy. Do you know what I mean? He's obviously got decent people around him, and he's learnt a lot of Mark Noble. I'm telling you now, as you say, Tone. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. I'm telling you. I love that interview. you have to respect players like that. And when I see Pep Guardiola like going over to Mark Noble, and he said something to him. Again, class. Yeah, you'd never see like the likes of Mikel Arteta do that. All right, because he's too arrogant for that. Pep Guardiola going over, you know what? That was a sign of respect. That was respect. I love stuff like that. Can't beat class. Sorry, you can't. You can't put a price on class. Arsenal 0, Everton 0 still, guys. Not from what I'm seeing anyway, there's not much happening. 17 minutes, 41 seconds. Someone told me I'm about 2 minutes behind. Apologies, actually. Let me try. Oh, blimey. Edu's in the crowd. Edu's in the crowd. Look, and he's sitting there comfortably, yeah? No one's calling him out or nothing. Joke. Done. Footy chats, pick up yourself. Top 4 races over. Tottenham are winning 1-0. There you go. Jimmy D, that's fair, Deezer. It's your opinion, mate. I wasn't convinced with him coming on the other night, but he did well, but we need more out of him. Yeah. Totally agree with you, mate. Totally agree. Let's see what he does for you boys next season. Memphis Depay is another Diesel like that. He's another one. Yeah, exactly. All the talent. Balotelli. Do you know what I mean? These players, on their day, I keep hearing that, on their day, class. Yeah, but listen, I've never been a fan of players who turn up when they want. Paul Pogba's another one for me. Honestly, they overrate this guy. Right, they overhype him. I don't think Paul Pogba's world class at all. I really don't. I'm sorry, I don't. For me, he's just been a lucky boy. I really don't. When it really comes to the crunch, yeah, you know, that's where I look at players and think, yeah, that's class. When I look at a Ronaldo, yeah, no matter where this man goes, anywhere in the world, he smashes it. Yeah, no matter where he goes, no matter what position he plays, no matter how injured he is, no matter how he's only half fit. Yeah, big games, the man rocks up. He doesn't hide. He turns up. I've seen that man win games on his own. Messi is another one. Yeah, won games on his own, turns up in the big games. Right? When it means something, when the club really needs you. Yeah, these players turn up. I say all the time about Steven Gerrard. I have Gerrard, right, in my all-time Premiership 11. Yes, and a lot of people don't agree with that. Do you know why I say that, though? Someone like a Gerrard, I've seen that man win games on his own. I've seen that and I'm not talking about 1 or 2 games here and there. That man practically carried that team on his own, season in, season out. I've not. It's very rare I've seen players do that. Yeah, because Gerrard didn't always play in a good team. He played in some shit teams, right? If we're being honest, and he carried them through. Like you have to respect that. You have to, even if you don't like Liverpool or the player. I couldn't care less. You have to respect that. Have to. That's what I call class. Ryan, Dees, I think next season you could think about doing fan cams for fans after games for people in your chat or in general can come on and have their say, mate. Yeah, do you know what? I've got a few ideas actually, right? So yeah, very, very similar to what you just said there, mate. So all I'll say to you is watch this space, yeah, because I'm going to grow this. I'm going to grow this bitch. And yeah, that's one of the things that I'm looking at doing, mate. So as I said, watch this space. Nice one, though, man. I'm bored already, guys, watching this. These are what minute you in? Have I missed those, man? What minute you in? I'll tell you what minute I'm in, Tone. 21:38, 21:39. I was always behind, wasn't I? Always. Who's that? David P. Gerrard was an unbelievable player. Exactly, class. Drogba was on play. Yep. Stevie Gerrard just needed bigger studs on his boots. Yeah. We've got the lovely Joanne Smith in the chat as well. Hope you're well, Joanne. Hope you're well, my love. Are they playing crap? It's. I think both teams really, Joe. Like nothing's really happening. If I'm honest, it's going through the motions for me. Like, there's not really much I can. It's very plain. It's very vanilla. Look, cross comes in. No one there. Go on. Oh, took a shot there. He's now saying it was an handball. Who's that? Martinelli. Blocks by Iwobi. Everton are now on the attack, but yep, they've lost the ball to us. We've won the ball back. Gabriel. Odegaard to Saka. Ooh. El Nene. Oh, God, I'm so sick of these players, man. I'm just sick of seeing these players all the time. I am. I just can't. I've got no affiliation with this club anymore, you know. I just don't. I'm sorry. I have to say that. I don't. Liverpool level. Matter of time. TG23. Why do we keep crossing the ball? Giroud is not here anymore. Do you remember how backwards Arsenal were? When Giroud was on the bench, we crossed for fun. Do you remember? Then when Giroud come on, we stopped crossing. I mean, how backward is that? They're already on the beach. Yep. Mane's the one who scored. So it's Liverpool 1, Wolves 1. Nino, it's funny how all the top gooners all laughed at the idea of Eddie Howe getting the Arsenal job. He's got Newcastle playing well and a million miles better than the Prada dictator. And do you know what? Big up to my mate Kirby, who should be watching this. And if he's not, I know he's going to watch it on playback. But my mate Kirby, right, personal mate of mine, really, really top guy. And he's a Newcastle fan. And even he said to me, he said, what Eddie Howe has done, he said, he's just gone to show just how bad of a manager Steve Bruce was. He said, Eddie Howe, he got in there, right, the training was poor. The players' fitness was poor. John Joe Shelby was chucking up after games, apparently, once Eddie Howe got there, because he said, look, he's not working hard enough. He's got to start. And if you notice now, John Joe Shelby's charging forward, but he's also running back. He's doing a bit more of the donkey work where he never used to before. He just said, like, he's just got them all running in the same direction. You know, he's sorted it out from top to bottom. Fair play to him as well. I still don't think he'll be there long term. He's not. For me, he reminds me of an Arteta, not in terms of ability, but in terms of he's the one who's keeping the seat warm for the big one. Yeah. And I think that's what I see at Newcastle. Eddie Howe is not the one that they want. He'll do for now. And his remit was obviously to make sure they didn't go down. He's done so much better than expected, if we're being honest. Has he earned himself another season, another crack at it? In my opinion, yes, of course he has. Whether they want him there or not, I don't know. But owners like that, they're going to want to get in a top level. And this is the thing, that the sad thing. It's a true thing, but it's sad. The likes of Eddie Howe, as good as he can be, and as good as a manager, some of these owners, they look at it, and to a degree, I do, and I think, yeah, decent manager. It's like Graham Potter, right? I know a lot of Arsenal fans are raving about Graham Potter. Can they attract the best players? As fans, Arsenal fans, or whoever, you know, whichever club you support, right? You want your club to go out there, and as fans, we want to see the very best players coming to our club, right? We want to see class players, right? And but for me, you can't get those world-class players if you don't have a world-class manager, right? So that's how I look at it. Now, everyone can say, yeah, but you throw money at it. And by the way, we've got a penalty. Oh, my God. So how did I miss this? Sorry, guys. 26-36. Right, Martinelli's taking the penalty. I know I'm behind, so apologies. He's stepping up. And he scores. Bang. Arsenal 1, Everton 0, 26 minutes, 49 seconds gone. Martinelli scores the penalty. Means nothing. Sorry. Means nothing. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. But yeah, attracting Graham Potter, for me, won't be able to go out there and attract the very best players. Yeah. Eddie Howe won't. Yeah, which is why these owners know that, and that's why they pay the big bucks and get the best managers in. You know, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right, but for me, it's a fact of life. I love Giroud. Yep, Joanne, I did as well. Do you know what? I wouldn't say I loved him. Actually, yeah, I'll take that back. I didn't love Giroud, but the one thing I've always said on this channel and on the previous channel as well, is the amount of stick that man got, which I thought was unwarranted. Because for me, to have scored the amount of goals he did in a team that just did not play to his strengths at all, I think that's commendable, and I think that needs to be respected. But once again, Arsenal fans don't. Diesel, Thiago is a wavy ball. Yeah, Thiago's sick. He's class. He's absolute. Ever since his Barcelona days, young, when he was young, he's class. Silky. He's just silky smooth on the ball. Another meaningless win for the Arsenal. Yep. Giroud got us out of a lot of muddles. Yep. Corner to us, but we've gone short. Oh, took a shot there, but it was deflected. Martinelli, I think that was. Oh, Christ. Get a bit spicy now, isn't it, eh? Tackles flying in. Someone help him. Come on. Yeah, a bit of argy-bargy there. Between Dele Alli, ex-Spurs, of course. Ali and who was that? I think it was Cedric, from what I can see. Anyway, corner to Arsenal. Yeah, Granit Xhaka and Dele Alli, yeah, having a few words. Look, Xhaka's just barged him. That's going to be tasty during this game. Are we going to see a sending off? You know what we're like. Right. They can't take the corner now because something's going on. Yet the ref has now called Xhaka and Dele Alli towards him. So they're now having words. And a lot of these guys, obviously, Dele Alli being ex-Spurs, obviously, you know, he knows how to rile us up. Do we take the bait? Do we fall for it? Yeah, just get on with the game. You know, you're winning. Do you know what I'm saying? Best way to get back at these people is to get the score, you know, get the result. You know, that's the best way to answer back. Liam Diesel, I remember your fans last season were saying Xhaka was better than Thiago. Listen, anyone who said that needs to be shot. And by the way, Arsenal are 2-0 up. Eddie Nketiah. Arsenal 2, Everton 0. 30 minutes, 22 seconds gone. Arsenal 2, Everton 0. Again, it just means nothing for me. It means nothing. Yeah. In fact, do you know what, right? There's a part of me that's thinking, like, these Arsenal players, why are you celebrating that? Yeah. You can't be hurt, can you? Like, I don't know. Am I being harsh? Maybe. I don't know. It's just rubbish. Eddie Nketiah, new contract incoming. Do you know what, TG, right? You know what I think it is? I don't think it's a case of he wants to stay. Arsenal want him to stay. He wants to go. I think he wants to go. These half-decent performances that he's now suddenly putting in for us. He knows what he's doing. He's just putting himself in the shop window. That is it. He's been offered a new contract by us. You know that. It's him who hasn't signed it. It's him who's refusing to sign it. He wants to go. Arsenal want him to stay. Yeah? Believe it or not. Liam, 2-0 Tottenham. Yeah, it's that. Listen, we all know it was done anyway. 2-0 Tottenham, it's done. Yep, game over at Norwich, 100%. Christ. Supporting Norwich. Arteta, behave yourself. Tony, Arsenal relying on a Norwich comeback. Can't see it happening. Nah, listen, we shot ourselves in the foot, mate. It's as simple as that. It's done. It's done. We could win this game 10-0 today. I could not give a toss. It's done. I'm glad the season's done now. I'm glad it's finished. Honestly, absolute rubbish. Yeah, it's just. Big up, Nut. How are you? All good. Man United players cancelled the Players' Awards tonight. They were too embarrassed to go. Well, see what happens after this game. They'll be doing that lap of honour, wouldn't they? Let's see. Let's see if all the fans are going to stay behind and clap this and celebrate with them, because knowing our fans, they will. Not all of them, but the majority there probably will. Rubbish. It's over at Norwich. Yep. 5th is the trophy, though. Yep. Done. Absolute tosh. Oh, I just don't have the energy for this, guys. If I'm honest, I'm just still so angry about this club. And I think what's making it worse is that, you're looking around and you're looking at, fellow Arsenal fans, and they're just. I know, like normally, like we laugh at them and we call them out and this, that, the other, but it's getting to a point now where it's just literally, it's I don't even know what the word is. It's just embarrassing, man. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse, and it's just so not me. It's just I'm so far removed from this, Words like spineless, limp, weak, cowardice, all these words that me personally, I can't relate to. I never have, I never will, and I support a team who are every one of those words. Yeah. And it's not like you can change your football team, you can't. Once you pick it, you're stuck with it. And that's your team for life. Yeah. But I just find it very hard to support this team. And I have done for the last several seasons. And it's not all down to Miguel. A lot of this was going on before he got here. But it's that weakness. It's that weakness, just having no will to win. Just play. I'm seeing players here, all of them, every single one of them, multi-millionaires. And they're nicking a living. Some of these players, how they managed to get themselves to this club, I will never know. And how some of them are still here after several years, I'll never know. And I look at these players and I think to myself, these are the players who are still going to be here next season. And Arsenal fans generally think we're going to win something. Corner to us. Shot by El Neni, gone over or wide. Out for a goal kick to Everton. You're joking. Villa 1-0 up. Villa 1, City 0. Christ. Who scored? Ryan, our players shouldn't do a lap of honour because they have let us down huge. If I was a player out there right now, yeah, win, lose or draw, I wouldn't do the thing, right? I would go to fans and I would go to as many fans as I could after the game and just say, sorry. I'd have to, if I see these players smiling, laughing and joking and all that, that tells me, look, we know this anyway. We know these players don't care. Yeah, we know, right? We know. Yeah, the minute this game's done, they're all going to fly out. They're all going to go on their holidays and all that. They don't care one little bit. And if you see them laughing, smiling, joking and, busting, joking, all that after the game, and that just shows you. They're not fussed about not playing in the Champions League. They're not. These players aren't even Europa League level, let alone Champions League. A lot of them anyway. But yeah, it's all about what he does now in the summer, because I'm sorry, fans will, I know people think, yeah, well, you said that before, Diesel, but they haven't turned. Listen, fans, everyone's got their limit. They will turn Yeah, longer than I expected. Don't get me wrong, but eventually, we can't keep going on like this, guys. We just can't. You know, you can't. How they're putting their season ticket prices up, and like you're paying for this, you're paying for that capitulation. It's just unbelievable. I just don't understand that 7-8 hour drive, or was it 6-7 hour drive if you're London based to Newcastle to watch a team who didn't even bother to turn up. How many times have we said that this season, the season before, like last season, the season before that, the season before that? These players turn up when they want, and they're still treated like gods. They're still made out to be absolute ballers when we all know they're not. What is that about? TG23, how comes Villa and Wolves can put it on City and Liverpool? Yeah, because they have no fear. They just go for it. Yeah, we don't. Oh my God, what drama. 1-0 Palace. Palace are up. The quad is back on. Villa 1 up. What? Do you know what? Hang on. So Villa are 1-0 up. Man United are 1-0 down. Is that right? Right, let's have a look at this. Uh, 39 minutes, 8 seconds. Still Arsenal 2, Everton 1. Arsenal 2, Everton 0, sorry. Cross, Odegaard on the ball, puts the cross in. No one there. Everton clear it. Christ, Everton tried to clear it twice there. Both times they failed. What is going on here? Yeah, guys, look, this is comfortable for us. You know, we're turning up. Everton for me. Jimmy D, let me know your thoughts. But for me, are they on the beach? Are they, you know? And this is the thing, you know, and do you know what? Who was it who said? I think it was Simon Jordan who said it again. And I do like a lot of what Simon says, I must admit. When he says, what are the Everton, why are Everton celebrating? And do you know what? The kind of person I am, right? I must admit, I did think that myself. I did, because if I was an Everton fan, or I was an Everton player, or someone affiliated with Everton at all, and I saw that, my thinking is, well, hang on a minute. You should not have been down there anyway, right? I understand in the, you know, you get lost in the moment sometimes, and like, you know, you're celebrating that because, you know, you're happy because obviously you've retained your Premier League status, right? But let's be honest, Everton are a big club, you know, big club. And when you look at the caliber of players they've got at that club, on paper, really, they should not be anywhere near like, you know, the relegation. And the fact that it really come to the last 2 games of the season, right? That's nothing to celebrate. Yeah, you got let off with a bit of caution there. Yeah, that can't happen again next season, right? So yeah, be happy that you beat relegation. I get all of that, but at the end of the day, don't forget who you are. You are a big club. Yeah, and again, it's the same with what I say about my club, about Arsenal. You know, you need to set standards, high standards, and you need to stick to them. And anybody who doesn't want to stick to them, they're at the door. Yeah, that's why I don't do sentiment, because sentiment kills. Yeah, it does. Eventually, it kills you. Nice to have it, but you know what? It's sink or swim, isn't it? Sink or swim. Which one do you want to do? It's a nothing game, Diesel. Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Villa are looking dangerous. Right, let me just get this app. Hang on. 1-0 West Ham, 6 places theirs as it stands. So what? West Ham are 1-0 up. This was a free hit for Everton, and they're on the beach too. Agree. Oh. Oh, go on then, a chance there, Evan. Oh, our defending is shocking. Do you know what, right? I'm watching Alex Arabi on the ball. You'd like to think he would have something to prove, because I'm telling you now, this Arsenal fan base were absolutely horrible to him. Yeah, like the racism, they really battered this guy. Really, and honest, like you'd think he'd be like a man possessed playing here. You'd like to think, but again, psyche. Yeah, have you got the minerals? Have you got what it takes? City are throwing the kitchen sink at Villa's goal. Nothing from him. Oh. Right, who's that down? Eddie Nketiah, I believe. Right, let's have a look. All right, Brentford 0, Leeds 0, Brighton 0, West Ham 1. Antonio scored for West Ham there. Burnley 0, Newcastle 1. Ooh, Callum Wilson penalty. Chelsea 1, Watford 0, Kai Havertz. Crystal Palace 1, Man United 0, Zaha. And I understand Eric Ten Hag is at that game. That's what I've heard. So Zaha, ex-Man United as well. Lovely. Liverpool have equalised, as we know. So Liverpool 1, Wolves 1. Mane got the equaliser. Neto scored for Wolves. Man City 0, Aston Villa. I'll tell you something. Matty Cash got the goal there. I'll tell you, Gerrard will be doing everything he can to make sure that Man City don't get it. So I'll tell you something. The longer that goes on at 1-0, the longer that stays that, then you got to start fearing for City because their nerves are going to creep in. They need to get a goal and get one quick. David P. City will leave themselves open to the counter-attack. Yep. Warren's big up Warren. Hi, Diesel. I'm streaming live at the moment on my channel for the last day of the season. I hope it's going well. So, guys, make sure you go over to Warren as well, and obviously just chuck him a like and a subscribe. And also, can I just say as well, big up to Warren for yesterday for doing the stream about Bigfoot. Loved it, mate. If I'm honest with you, loved it. I've had a few comments as well back. People who enjoyed it as well. And yes, there were a couple of, I did see a comment on that, and it wasn't an horrible comment or anything, but yeah, bizarre to see something like this on the football channel. But like I keep saying, guys, I'm not just going to do football on this channel. I'm going to do a bit of everything. So, and it just so happens that stuff like that does fascinate me. So, yeah, I suppose when it's your channel and when you own it, you can pretty much do what you want on it. So that's the route I'm taking. So there you go. Jimmy D, the pressure is way more on Man City. If they fail to win the title, it's a trophyless season for them, which is crazy. Yep. Can you imagine, right? If Liverpool went anywhere near as good as what they are now, it's just been like one team like domination, wouldn't it? Just been Man City just winning absolutely everything and dominating. I've read that. Sam Dunster's in the chat as well. Big up, Sam. It's just come up saying Everton have scored. Hang on, let me have a look at this. What is that guy doing? Is that Branthwaite? Is that his name? Oh no, that might be Holgate. Number 36. I don't know. Let's have a look. No. Dele Alli. Right, Calvert-Lewin got the ball, nicked it off Saka, out to Alex Iwobi, to Calvert-Lewin. Oh, my God. Oh, Van der Beek. Christ. The defending is absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Look at that. Look at that. Van der Beek, he's got no one on him. Look. Oh my God. Christ. I'm sorry. I can't even get angry at it anymore, honestly. Donny Van der Beek at half time. Van der Beek, come on, ding dong. Yep. What was Cedric doing? David, where was Gabriel? Yeah, listen, it's meaningless. It don't matter. Ryan, did anyone hear Arteta press conference where he said we are back in Europe and us getting into the UCL is possible and we will be cheering on Norwich? I mean, the delusion and arrogance of the guy. Yeah, I touched on that earlier on, mate, at the start of the stream. It's nothing but arrogance. And the thing as well, Ryan, when one of the journos asked him, he's due to Arsenal not buying anyone in or getting any players in January, did that play a part in us missing out on top four? And he just sat there and said, no. That's it. No. Well, yeah, it did, Mikel. Yeah, it did. Arrogant. I'm telling you, arrogant. He ain't doing it. Listen, he don't even this geezer. He don't even know what day it is. Yeah, he's doing nothing next season, guys. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Like I said, and I keep saying it. The longer he's here, the more we're going to sink. It's as simple as that. Now he can. I think he said in that press conference as well that, you know, if you look at league positions, yeah, and I think this is what's blinding a lot of Arsenal fans, because if you're looking at league positions, 8th, 5th, that shows progress, right? So obviously, you know, you've jumped up 3 places, so that's progress. But is it really? Yeah, when you look at it and when you think of a lot of things went for us this season, if we're being honest, right? A lot of things went for us. You know, they're playing once a week, and even then we struggled. When you think we're playing 1 game a week and we're struggling with that, how's it going to be next season? Thursday, Sunday, right? Now, then people are then saying how many players realistically do Arsenal need, and people have got 4 or 5. Are you mad? We let 6 go in January and did not bring 1 in. Also, people aren't realising that we're going to be playing more or less twice the amount of games next season. We're not playing once a week anymore, right? So that alone, we're going to need a lot more than 4 or 5 players for me. Yeah, 4 or 5 players is when you're thinking of the actual first 11. You know, I'm looking more at the squad. We need a bigger squad, right? But you know what? It's not for me, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's not so much for me personally. It's not so much who comes in. It's for me. It's all about who leaves. Yeah, who leaves? Because I don't want half of this lot. I just don't want him here. Yeah. Now he needs to rebuild. Right. Needs to rebuild. Xhaka's got to go. Yeah. Xhaka's got to go. Right. Tavares has got to go. Do you know what? I'm going to say it. Tierney's got to go. Yeah? If he's going to keep being injured all the time, sod all of that. Right? I've had enough of that now. Injury this, injury that, injury this, injury that. Yeah? Any Celtic fan, you know, or if you speak to, what do you think about Tierney? Yeah, great player. But there's always a but with Tierney. Always injured. That player is no good to us when he's not on the pitch. It's as simple as that. Yes, we like Tierney. Yes, he's got his captain material, and maybe he should be captain. And I've called for it many a times. My captain, and rightly so. But one thing I will say, this season he's been shocking. Yeah, he has definitely dipped for me. Several levels. He's gone down, right? But also, more to the point, he's always injured, right? Always injured, right? It was like this at Celtic, and he's like it here. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him, but one thing I do know is if it's gonna continue to be like this, sell him, get him out, and that's my way of showing you guys. I'm not about sentiment one little bit. I like Kieran Tierney. He's one of the very few players at this club, if any, that I probably would cross the road for and shake his hand. Yeah, but that's as far as it goes. If he's always going to be injured and he's injury prone, I do not want players like that at this club. Get him out and get a new left back in, right? Yeah. Ben White, don't rate him at all, right? But he ain't going to go anywhere. Granit Xhaka, as I said, has got to go. El Neni, you need a squad. He's a body. He's not on big money. Do you know what? Keep him. I agree with that, to be fair. I do agree with that. Because he's happy to sit on the bench, and as and when we need to tighten it up, he can come on and do a job, right? I agree with El Neni. I do agree with that. But Cedric, do you know what? Some of these players, when you look at the squad, I don't think Cedric's a bad player, if I'm honest with you. The one thing I will say, though, he is not, I repeat, not first choice. He's not, right? Like an El Neni, right? He keeps the bench warm. He's in the squad. I'm happy with that. I don't mind that, right? I don't mind that. But guys, you have to understand, we need a squad. It's not just a team for me. I don't just look at the 11. You need a squad. You can't have 20. You can't have a big squad, 25 or more players, and they're all world-class players, right? You need your plodders. You need a few, not all of them, but what I would call squad players. El Neni is a squad player. El Neni's not a first-team player. We all know that. He's playing now because of injury, right? Yeah, and he's had some decent games, actually, if we're being honest. But he is what he is. He is a £5 million player, no more, no less, right? He is a body to put in the midfield. That is it. That is where it ends, right? It's not crap. He's not great. He is what he is. He's average. Does what he says on the tin. He's like Ron Seal. Yeah, so a player like that, I have no issue with him being kept here and be in the squad and sit on the bench, right? No issue. And he's not one of them players who kicks up either. He's happy to do that. So you know what? Fine. Cedric can stay, fine. But I want a top-class right back. Tierney, for me, got to go. Got to go. Yeah? Got to go. He's injury prone for me. I'm sorry. Eddie Nketiah, got to go. Lacazette, got to go. He's going anyway. Yeah? Got to go. Pepe, got to go. For his sake, more than anything else, got to go. Right? Yes, he needs to run. Yes, I get that. But Pepe, I'm not going to lie, he frustrates, out of all the players at this club, he is the one who probably frustrates me the most. Because I know what he's got. I've seen it. I know he can do it. But I just find him so frustrating to watch. One game, he can be on it. He's lightning. The next game, he can't kick a ball straight. And do you know what? I'm sick and tired of seeing players like that. I want players who do it in every single game, yeah? Right? I look at a Man City. I look at a Liverpool, Salah, Mane, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden. These sort of players, they turn up week in, week out. They turn up. Yeah? And even when they do have a bad game, their worst is our best. Right? That's a fact. I think his levels have dipped because of Arteta. Yeah, of course, yeah. I don't think he respects him. Some of these players don't like this. They don't rate this manager. Yeah, they don't. I'm sorry. They don't. Listen, Granit Xhaka did that interview straight after Newcastle in which he said the manager laid out instructions. We didn't follow them. We chose not to follow them. We didn't listen to what he told us. We didn't follow his instructions, right? This is one of your most senior players. This isn't a young kid who's saying this. This is one of our most senior players coming out and openly admitting what the manager told us to do. We ignored it and we didn't do it. We did something completely different, right? That, for me, isn't a band of brothers or a group of players who listen to their manager. You would never get a player at a Man City or Liverpool coming out and saying, well, Klopp told us this, but we didn't listen to him. Pep told us to do that, but we didn't do it. No, because they know what will happen. Don't listen to me, you don't play again. Yeah, but I'm Kevin De Bruyne. I could not care less who you are. Don't listen to me, you don't play again. Right? Yeah, but I was the best player here last season. Listen, I could not care less. There's one governor here, and that's me. Right? I love those sort of managers, but they have something about them. This guy, no one listens to him. They don't respect him. They don't. Yeah? They don't. It's not going right on the pitch. You know, they're all looking at him, and he hasn't got... They know. Players know when they look at a manager, and they're like, what do you want us to do, boss? Like, what? Change something. Do something. What? Yeah? Partey, Thomas Partey, all the time. Yeah? All the time. Like when Arteta's saying something, he's the one player out of all the Arsenal players I look at and I think, he sums it up because you can see his facials. He's looking over at Arteta and he's saying, what? What does that mean? What do you want us to do? Yeah? I'm telling you, this guy's backward. And Ewan Jones, well, I predicted that we'd play well today, too little too late, which came true to a degree until the second goal. However, since the second goal, we've taken our foot off the gas and opened up defensively. And you know why? And Ewan Jones, you know why they do that? Because they've been doing that for time, right? I called it, and I've been calling it with Arsenal for too long. Yeah? They are too comfortable. They're arrogant, right? They're arrogant. I'm seeing teams, look at Newcastle. Newcastle were 2-0 up against us in cruise control, right? Yeah? 2-0 up, and they were beating us comfortably. And they were still working their socks off in the 75th minute, the 80th minute, the 85th minute. They did not take their foot off the gas. They were trying so hard for a third goal. They were working their nuts off. And this is a team who aren't really playing for anything, right? Arsenal go a goal up, 2 goals up. Yep, job done, boys. That's it. Yep, that's us done for today. No, it's not. You've still got another half to go. Yeah? Yeah, you're 2-0 up, but you've still got the second half. But Arsenal now we've done our bit, scored a couple of goals, we're winning. Yep, yeah, let's relax now, boys. No. That's why I say to you, no one's scared of this team. They're not killers. Liverpool, 4-0 up, 5-0 up. You still see them grafting. Man City, 4-0 up, 5-0 up, 6-0 up. You see them grafting. They're working hard. You know what I mean? They're running into like brick walls. This lot, I mean, you're talking chalk and cheese, guys. David P. Pepe is crazy overrated by some Arsenal fans. The guy is poor. Yeah, listen, I don't think he's poor. There are some players I look at and I just think, show me something, man. Show me something. I defend you something chronic at times, but you're making it hard for me to build a case for you. Do you know what I mean? You're making it hard for me to actually come on a stream and defend you. Yeah? Because for me, he looks like a rabbit in headlights sometimes. Do you really want it, Pepe? Do you? Because body language accounts for so much in football as well, and in life, right? And some of these players I look at and I think, but do you really want it? You know, it's all right, anyone can do a press conference and an interview and Instagram and Twitter and make out. Yeah, 100% on it today. Yeah, we're really going to go for it. All that rubbish, right? But really, do you really want it? Yeah? You hardly get a game. When you come on, do you bust a gut? Do you really show this manager next week you're going to bloody well pick me? Because look what I'm about to do for you right now. Do you do that? you'd have to say no. Yeah? So I don't think with Pepe, I do rate him. I think he's a good player. I just think he's just not, for me, he's not strong enough. He just looks fragile. He looks like, one of those players. Yeah, he can turn it on against the Norwiches and the Burnleys, but, anyone else, a better team, here, and it's not just him, by the way. A lot of these players, they go hiding. Yeah, they go hiding. But again, with Pepe, it wouldn't surprise me if he leaves us, goes somewhere else, and then he absolutely smashes it. Yeah. But also, I think he's a confidence player. He knows. In defence of Pepe, I will say this: he knows he's here at the Arsenal. He's playing under a manager who he knows doesn't rate him. Don't rate him. Yeah. But then again, it comes down to a person's character. If I'm working for someone, and I know if I'm a football player, and I know the manager don't rate me, yeah, I'm going to make sure he does. Yeah, I will do whatever I've got to do on that pitch to make sure that he knows, do you know what? I'm actually not crap. I'm actually a good player. And I'm going to show you how good I am. That was how it was years ago. I think now players, like I say about this snowflake world, you just can't, they get upset too quickly, too easily. They're on the phone to their agents and get me out of here. It's not the right club for me. Well, it might be the right club for you. You're just not working hard enough. It's always someone else's fault. It's never their own. We've got Kevin Mark in the chat. Kev, it's been a while, brother. I hope you're well. It's been a while. Blimey. Stranger. Big up Diesel. Everybody in the chat. Diesel, where's is he still trusting him? Don't. I'm not talking about any Arteta sectionals. Nope. Because they've got nowhere to hide. They are hiding, by the way. For me, they've got nowhere to hide, but they are hiding. No one's saying anything. So, and look, you see these people on Twitter all the time when Arsenal win. I haven't seen any of this lot since the Spurs game. So where are they? Yeah, and don't fool us. But I've been working. No. Even when you when Arsenal win, you're still working, aren't you? And you can still tweet, right? You still find time to tweet when you're working. But because Arsenal have lost, suddenly all your time's gone. You've not got that 10, 15 seconds to put a tweet out. Good one. Okay, cool. Why not Spursy? Come on, bruv. Big up Diesel. Hope you well, mate. Hope you're good. David P. I think you're right, Diesel. Emery, Freddie, and Arteta didn't fancy him. Has to be an attitude thing with Pepe. Yeah, I don't think it's a case of he's got a bad attitude. I just think he's. When I say a bad attitude, I don't think he's toxic in the dressing room or anything like that. Because he comes across to me like quite a shy, like he's not outgoing. He's very inward. He's very, he's not outgoing. He's very, he's very much to himself. That's the impression I get whenever I've seen him. He just has no character. And I think if I play next week, good. If I don't, oh well. He's one of them. He's not a, I need to play. I need to be in that team. I need to do this. I need to do that. He's very much, if I play, yeah, all right. If I don't, oh, well, there's always next game. There's always next season. He's one of them. Like, it just strikes me, he doesn't really want it. If he doesn't, no one's going to come to you and give it to you. You have to go out and get it. Do you know what I mean? And I just think he's one of them players for me. I just don't, when you look at someone, you think, oh, just give me more. Show me something. Argue with me. Call me a name. Call me something. I want to see a bit of spark. I want to see, do you know what I mean? That's that's what I think when I look at Pepe. Simple as that. Right. Okay. Let me. Right. Second half has started, guys. Oh, Brighton have equalised. Just now, actually. So Brighton 1, West Ham 1. It's not telling me who scored it. Oh, actually, is it Veltman? Veltman scored that. It's still Burnley 0, Newcastle 1. Palace. It's still Palace 1, Man United 0. It's still Chelsea 1, Watford 0. Leicester are 1-0 up. Leicester 1, Southampton 0. Maddison, come on. Been crying out for this player for time. I love Maddison. So Maddison scored that. Liverpool, it's still Liverpool 1, Wolves 1. Norwich 0, Spurs 2. Kulusevski and Harry Kane. And it's still Man City 0, Aston Villa 1. Ooh. Brentford 0, Leeds 0. So hang on a minute. How would this work then? So if it stays as it is, am I right in saying Burnley are the ones who go down? So if Burnley lose today and Leeds draw, Burnley are down. Right. Yeah, because Leeds are, as it stands right now, Leeds are 1 point in front of him. Oh, dear. There you go. And Leeds are a big club, you know. Don't ever get that twisted. Leeds are a massive club. Massive club. People don't realise how big that club is. Ramsdale is our player of the year, in my honest opinion. I could not agree more with you, David. Yep, he's mine as well. Wenger would have done miracles with Pepe. He just has some attitude and confidence issues, similar like Guendouzi. Oh God, Ashley Cole's there, and he would be. Yeah, he's one of the coaches at Everton now, isn't he? Anyway, no, Kev. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Pepe is an Arsene Wenger type player, isn't he? So yeah. And also, if Wenger was still here, Pepe would have started more or less every single game for me. He would have loved Pepe, just the type of player he is. Jeff Cross, Tierney knows if he goes back to Celtic, he will win something. And do you know what, Jeff? You have to look at that as well. You know, as much as I say he's off the boil this season, he's had a shocking season for me. Yeah, decent games here and there, but overall it's been poor by his standard, right? By his standard. But you have to say, I mean, this is a guy who's come from a club where he's won trophies. You know, every season he's won something. You know, so having that feeling of winning and you know, that camaraderie and, you know, the trophies, the medals, this, that, the other, the adulation that you get to come into this, you know, and I suppose it's such a change. It's such a shift, isn't it? Like, so I don't know. Omar's in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Omar. Hope you're good, mate. Brighton 1, yeah. Oh, blimey. Liverpool 2-1 up. Are they? No, it's not. It's 1-1. No, from what I can see, it's still 1-1. Oh, it's offside. Sorry, mate. Okay. Oh, so Scott, it was offside. David Dundas, come on, Xhaka. Go for the red card. Records, you can do it. Oh, my God, my stream stopped. Hang on. Idiot. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. God, what's going on here? Strange. I think it's my signal now. I think my signal's gone. Oh, man. Come on. Arsenal just scored, I see. Fucking useless. Introvert is the word that you are looking for to describe Pepe. You're right. Hang on, mate. Oh, it's getting a bit warm in here. Right, introvert is the word that you were looking for to describe Pepe, but a good coach is able to get more from players like Bielsa and Guettieri. Attack-minded coaches with plenty of respect and experience. Yep, could not agree more. He does. Listen, he needs to go this summer though, for his sake. He's got to go. He's got to go. Pepe. Yeah, if he stays, then I must admit I would lose a bit of respect for him, because if I was him, you can't have another season of not playing and just getting the odd game here and there. You know, he can't. Especially, when he could go somewhere else. And it's all about playing football. It can't just always be about money. He wants to go somewhere and play football and just get back to the form he was in prior to when he, before he came to us. Diesel, did you hear Arteta say we have overachieved this season for fuck's sake? Yeah, Dave, look, I've seen it, mate. No matter what this manager says, I don't believe a word of it. I see through this guy. He's arrogant. He just talks a lot of rubbish. He's the Riddler. That's what I call him. He's the Riddler. He just talks in riddles, mate. You can tell if you watch it as well. You can tell even he doesn't believe what he's saying. Right? It's just PR nonsense. He's a puppet. That's all it is. Yeah, he's controlled by Edu and Vinay and the Cronkies. He's a yes man. It's as simple as that. He's a yes man. That is it. It's obvious to see. Yeah, obvious to see, right? He knows he's screwed up. He deep down he knows he messed up royally, this season. But what he's going to do is he's going to hide behind the fact that, well, we finished 8th those 2 seasons, and this season we're going to finish 5th. We've jumped up 3 places. That's progress, isn't it? And there's not many people who can hear that and think, yeah, he's right, because from 8th to 5th, that shows that they've, No, there's not really anyone who's going to challenge him. And he knows he's got all those journos where he wants them. Yeah, all their questions are vetted. Yeah, no one's really going to stick it on him, and that's the thing. He's safe. Sad, but he's safe. Brad, hope you're well, mate. Brad Byrne, God bless Diesel. Hope the family are all well. Top man, mate. Much appreciated. Yes, they're very well. Thank you, bruv. I'm good. I'm still breathing, mate, so I can't moan. Forcing myself to do this stream. I really don't want to do it because I'm just sick and tired of this club now. But as it's the last game of the season, I thought, why not? Internet connection lost. Oh, it's my internet. What is going on here? Are we scoring all these goals and I'm missing it? Come on. I'm just going to try and find the game. What? Right. Arsenal 3, Everton 1. That's what I can see. 58-22, 58-23. That's what I am in, guys. Corner to us. Who's taking that? Saka. Right, Saka takes the corner. Headed out. Cedric goes for the shot. Who's that? Oh, is that Gabriel? Yeah, Gabriel scores. Arsenal 4, Everton 1. And do you know what? They're doing this celebration where they're sort of shooting into the... It don't mean nothing. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the prophet of doom or anything, guys. But Joe, I'm not even excited. But I'm not. 4-1. Well done. It's a dead rubber game. Do you know what I mean? Where was this against Spurs and Newcastle? Yeah, because they're giving it all the, Billy Big Bollocks now. Where was that in those two games? But now, you know why? And I called it at the start of the stream, because the pressure's off. There is no pressure on Arsenal whatsoever. So you know what? Because there's no pressure, they can now decide to come out and play. Yeah? We've seen the script. We know how this works. Yeah? Look, Gabriel scores a goal. Yeah, and they all their celebrations and all that rubbish. And because of this, they're checking for a possible offside. Oh, hang on. Because of this now, you watch towards the end of the game. Yeah. Lap of honour. All those, what are called fickle fans are going to forget what's happened before. And all they're going to do is focus on today and the fact that we've beat them. And they're all going to be celebrating and they're going to be lauding up this manager. And right, onside has been given. Arsenal 4, Everton 1. 60 minutes gone. 60-26, 60-27. Phoebus Slick or Phoebus Slick, sick name. Hope you well, mate. We've got Clem in the chat as well. Big up yourself. Arsenal cementing that 5th place. Pathetic. I'm not even celebrating these goals, but I could not care less. Could not care less. It just, do you know what? For me, it shows them up even more for me. It just, you know what I mean? But a lot of the fans, especially the ones who were there, the majority of them, no one's asking questions. Like, no one's really saying, so you can do it today. You can turn up today, can't you? Because, there's no pressure. Yeah? But when there is pressure applied, you all go missing. So how is it you can do this today, yet you couldn't do it when we really needed you to do it? Yeah? Gutless. Sorry. Diesel, I believe his arrogance is such that he genuinely believes that. He does, David, but also sometimes when people are arrogant, it hides their insecurities, right? So their arrogance is like a defense mechanism, yeah, for things that they lack. Yeah. And he knows he messed up. Like I said earlier on, he knows he did. And I've always said as well, he's winging it. Week to week, he's winging it, right? Games like this, he's looked at as, what a master tactician, this, that, the other. Yeah? The games we've lost, when plan A isn't working, he's got nothing else. Right? Lokonga's coming on now as a sub. Granit Xhaka's going off. Yeah, he's another one, Lokonga. Look how young he looks. Look, he looks skinny, not powerful at all. Lokonga was another one. At the start of the season, everyone was raving about, he looks good. He looks all right, doesn't he? Yeah. Right, now look, can't even get a game. Right? Can't get a game. And to be honest, you look at him and he just looks, he doesn't scare anyone. Like, you look at Lokonga, he's skinny, he's in the face, he looks like a little kid. Do you know what I'm saying? There is nothing beastly about this guy at all. Yeah? It's a midfield enforcer. You're having a laugh. And also, guys, I see on the Fabrizio Romano tweeted it, Lucas Torreira is coming back. Because Fiorentina had a chance to buy him for 15 million, and they asked Arsenal for a discount, to which we refused. So therefore, they're not taking up the option to buy. Therefore, Torreira is coming back to us. Yeah. So when you think about it, all these players who we thought we'd got rid of, really, we haven't. We still own them. Torreira, Bellerin as well. I don't know what's going to happen there with him. Big summer for him. Big summer, guys. Big summer. Big up, Clem. Come on. Our fan base is the worst in football. Yes, a fact. Yep, Ryan. Arsenal are so easy to see through pressure. Pressure off beaters, pressure on gutless, butlers, and cowards. What is Gabriel doing, hyping up the crowd? What the f? Yeah, I'll see him do that, and I just thought, you know what, whatever. Yeah, the thing is, Ryan, these players, they're not winners. You know, they don't want it. Twice now they've come close. Yeah, what do you think? You know, the 2 legs of the semi-final against Emirates Villarreal. Right, we had 2 chances there. Right, we blew both of them. And this one, Spurs and Newcastle, we blew that as well. The players don't want it. They don't want it. They know what will happen if we get it. They know a lot of their careers will be over. Yeah. So do you know what? Let's keep Arsenal where, because it's better for us. And yeah, so they haven't turned up. Yeah. I can understand if we lose both games, but we put a shift in and we really did try our best to try and win that game, win those games. Then yeah, that's one thing, that's a different argument. You can't really ask for much more from the players. But when you're seeing 2 performances like that, where these players don't turn up and they don't put their backs, their bodies on the line for it, that's where I have the gripe, and that's where my issue is. Yeah, they lack conviction. They don't work hard. They showed me and many other fans in those 2 games that, you know what, it's not so much people are saying they're too young, they're not ready. Yeah. If they wanted to be ready, they would have been ready. They chose not to be ready, right? Right? Remember those words, guys. They chose not to be ready. It's nothing to do with age. Nothing to do with age. Most of this lot are internationals, full internationals. I'm not having that excuse about the age thing, right? No. Right? You're playing for the Arsenal. Pressure should be second nature. Yeah, if you can't handle it, leave the club and go somewhere else. Go to a club where there's no pressure. Go to a Brighton or somewhere like that. Yeah, or a Burnley. Yeah, go that. Yeah, that's your level. Right? Dele Alli's coming off. Who's coming on for him? Who is it? Anthony Gordon's coming on. Arsenal 4, Everton 1, 66 minutes gone. Oh, hang on. Right, Leeds are 1-0 up. So Brentford 0, Leeds 1. It's actually, hang on. Oh my God, Burnley are down. Burnley are gone. Leeds are winning 1-0. Burnley are 2-0 down. At home, by the way, at home to Newcastle. Callum Wilson penalty. Callum Wilson again, he's got 2 goals. Raw. Burnley are gone. They're gone. Burnley are gone. I can't see him turning that round. Chelsea 1, Watford 0, still Palace 1, Man United 0. Ten Hag. Oh, must be loving that. Leicester 1, Southampton 0. It's still Liverpool 1, Wolves 1. Man City is still 1-0 down. Tottenham, Spurs are 3-0 up. So much for supporting Norwich, Mikel. Kulusevski, Harry Kane, and Kulusevski has got the second goal, the third goal. So that's 2 goals for him. Okay. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's going to go to the wire, that. But, yep. Right, 3-0 Tottenham. It was done in the first half. Jimmy D, come on. Leeds need to be resilient to hang on at Brentford. Tom Davis has gone down. That would be a booking, a yellow card to... Oh, him or us? Hang on, let's have a look. Oh, El Neni, I believe. No, Davis, I think. I think Davis got booked. Oh, he must have gone diving. It's got to be. You joking? Is it 4-0 now? People are telling me, right, in the week, Arsenal fans, yeah. And do you know what? To be fair, even some Spurs fans, they were telling me about, yeah, but it's so Spursy. It wouldn't surprise me if something happened at Norwich where they beat us, or whatever. It's their last game in the Premier League. They're going to want to, go down or whatever, go out with a bang and stuff like that. I was like, no, listen, yeah, season's gone by. That may well have happened. Right? You know what the difference is now? What's so different with you guys now? What's that, Diesel? Your manager. You've now got a top-class manager. Conte won't allow that. Yeah, he won't allow that. And now look, right, you'd think there'd be nerves with Spurs in this game against Norwich, right? Yeah, you'd think. But not only is there no nerves, whereas seasons gone by, there probably would have been. But yeah, you see, when you have a top-class manager who knows his onions, knows what he's doing, been there, done it, won it, tasted it, yeah, that's the difference. And look, I'm hearing about nerves. Spurs might have nerves. All this about a food poisoning outbreak at Spurs, this, that, the other, yeah. That clown journo asking Arteta about that in the conference. What's that got to do with anything? Yeah, nerves. And look, they're falling up. They're cruising. They're comfortable. Yeah, comfortable. And may I remind you guys, yeah, that when Conte first rocked up at White Hart Lane, do you know we were 9 points in front of him? 9 points in front of Spurs. And look, see what a top manager can do. And people, these super fans, a certain couple of them on that channel over there, where they try and come out and say, I don't really care who the manager is. All right, mate. Nice one. Nice one. All right, mate. Thick bastards, you. No. Oh, my God, Man City are 2-0 down. No. Oh, my God. No way, Coutinho. Man City 0, Aston Villa 2. Oh my God. And do you know what? I thought Man City were away at Villa, but they're actually at home. That makes it even worse. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is on. So hang on a minute. Let me get this right. If City, hang on. If City lose and Liverpool draw, Man City still win. Because they'll be neck and neck on point. Hang on, no, is that right? No, hang on. No, Liverpool win, didn't they? Because I think they're both on 90 points now. See, this table thing I've got. I don't know if this is the positions as of due to the results at the moment, or whether this table is. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't take into account the latest results today. I'm not too sure if you get what I mean. Correct, big right. Okay, so what you're saying? So if Man City lose and Liverpool just draw, City still win. Yeah. Is this table right then? Am I right in saying that? Actually, no, because they're both on 90 points. Man City lose, Liverpool draw. Liverpool get that 1 point, which takes them to 91 points, which is above Man City's 90 points, which means Liverpool win the league, right? Right, okay. So ding dong, at present it's still City. Liverpool need a win. Oh, okay. So the table I'm seeing, right, okay, it's like this due to results. So if Liverpool score and they're winning that game, then this table changes. Right, gotcha. Thank you. Sorry. I'm a natural blonde. What can I say? Oh, Clem, I hope Klopp gets that quad top manager. I like them both, man, but I must admit, I just love Pep. I love Pep to do what he does without a striker. Like I know Liverpool, they do get a lot of plaudits, and I know they get a hell of a lot more than what Man City do. And to an extent, I do agree with what Pep's saying there. Yeah, because there is this loving for Liverpool, more so than any other team, right? I do get that. But I just think for Man City to do what they do and not have a recognised number, like a recognised striker, that's unheard of. Like, that is unheard of. Like, my God. And when Haaland gets here next season, if they keep him fit, oh, I'll tell you what, Jesus. As it stands, City will win it on goal difference, D's. Nice one. Cheers, Ryan. Right, okay, yeah. You know, like when you look at a table and you think, is that table taking into account the results right now? And I think it is, yeah. So cool. I'll tell you what. I don't know how Aston Villa are playing, but to come back from 2 down. So I know they just about did it with West Ham. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it again. They've got the players to, but boy. And do you know what? 74 minutes have gone there as well. 74. And then, how mad is this, right? Aston Villa, if Man City lose this, it will be down to obviously Gerrard, ex-Liverpool, and who got the second goal? Coutinho, ex-Liverpool. Mad. If Liverpool win the league, if they win it, and Aston Villa have beaten like Man City for it, for them to do it, Gerrard, I mean, he's a god in Liverpool anyway, but can you imagine just how much more he's going to be? Oh, and I've always said he's the one to go to Liverpool after Klopp. I genuinely believe that. I do believe that. I believed it when he went to Rangers. Done that, get management experience. I believed it when he come to Villa. Someone's obviously said to him, you need to be in the Premier League. You need to have managed. You need some experience in the Premier League. Aston Villa are a big club, by the way. And they're a decent club. I do like Villa. I've always liked Villa. I think they're a decent club. So, yeah. If he can do a little something there at Villa, yeah. Once Klopp goes, he's going Liverpool. He is going Liverpool. Golden boot for Son. 5-0 Tottenham and Southampton have a penalty. Spurs 5. Christ. Ding dong. Spurs 5-0 up. Didn't a certain little Spanish man say Norwich will win today? Yeah. Oh, Christ. No way. City. Hang on, let's have a look. Joe, I'm not even focused on our game anymore. Sod this. For me, it feels like a transfer deadline day. Let's just talk about the other games. Man City 1, Aston Villa 2. You are right, Ryan. You are right, mate. Gundogan, 76 minutes. Oh, I tell you what, this excites me more, believe it or not. All right, Saka's coming off. Pepe's coming on. It's still Arsenal 4, Everton 1. No pressure on us, so obviously we're playing ball today, guys. Man City have pulled one back. Gundogan with the goal. Yep. Fevia slick. I love Pep, but he's literally bankrolled by a country. The Champions League thing is embarrassing, but if he bottles the league as well, conversations need to be had. Yeah. How mad, right, would it be? The season that Man City have had, and they could quite easily end up with nothing. I mean, what a kick in the teeth that would be for those players who they leave it out on the pitch every single week. I mean, Christ, you'd have to feel for them, wouldn't you? You'd have to an extent. You know, Alex Iwobi on the ball. Oh, what a poor ball. Lacazette's, can't stand. Do you know, he's another one I can't stand. Like, I can't stand him. Honestly, the fact that he's playing for us now after flirting with his old club, again, standards, we don't have any. It's as simple as that. Jimmy D, if you're still in the chat, in which you are, because I can see you, what's your take on Iwobi since he's been there? Be honest. He ain't really done nothing, has he? How we got 40 million for him? And listen, he was a player who, he always worked hard. I'd always respect him. He wasn't a great player. He had to go. I would have sold him. But, yeah, it wasn't one of them. He's not a player I'd call lazy. Yeah? Always put a shift in. Sometimes it just wasn't good enough. Well, most of the time, sorry, shall we say. And I'm hit. No way. Oh, my God. Man City 2, Aston Villa 2. Christ, what is going on here? Rodri. Jeez. Oh, my God. It's game on. Do you know what? I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Just when you think they're dead and buried. And listen, see what I mean about Pep? Pep is class. Sorry. Yeah. It's not a case of like, I know what people are saying, he's bankrolled by a country. But if you look at it, let's be honest. For a club who's bankrolled by a country, they haven't spent anywhere near the amount of money that we thought they would spend. Yes, they've spent a lot of money, but they've also made a lot of money from player sales as well. People don't really talk about that. It's not like they buy 3 or 4 or 5 world-class players every single summer. They don't. Yeah. What he does do, though, is he does get players in. He gets top players, but he makes them better. That's what I love about Pep. He does improve players. Yeah. Jimmy D, right? You'll know this because I think this player's still at your club, right? Look at Fabian Delph. Yeah. He played Fabian Delph at left back. This guy is a centre mid, by the way, right? And he's all right. He's an average player. He's not great. Yeah, he put him at left back, right? He was bossing it at left back at one point with Man City. What? This is Fabian Delph. You got him playing at left back, and he's actually playing good. Yeah, goes to Everton, falls apart. Yeah, so you got to give it to Pep. I just think I love him. I just think what a manager. Right. Apparently, we've Arsenal have got a 5th. I'm getting notifications on my phone quicker than what I'm seeing the goals on the screen. So apparently it's Arsenal 5, Everton 1. I'm just waiting to see the goal now. Right, who's that? Tavares. Martinelli. What's he doing? To El Neni. To Odegaard. To Pepe, back to Odegaard, to El Neni, to Cedric. He crosses it in, Cedric. Headed out. Pepe gets to the byline. What's he going to do? Cuts in, goes back. Odegaard goes for the shot. Odegaard. Good goal, actually. Good goal. Some of those Arsenal fans, they just make me laugh. Honestly, they're so easily pleased. So easily pleased. Christ. Anyway. Excuse me. Right, Leicester 3-1 up now against Southampton. This is irrelevant anyway. Sorry, I couldn't care less. Brentford 1, Leeds 1. Oh, Brentford have equalised. Sergi Canos. Oh, Sergi Canos has equalised, and not only did he equalise, 3 minutes later he got sent off. Wow. Okay, so Brighton 2, West Ham 1. Tone, what's going on? Pascal Gross. So Brighton 2, West Ham 1. Burnley 1, Newcastle 2. Burnley have pulled one back. Maxwell Cornet. Chelsea 1, Watford 1. Watford have equalised just now. Christ, Chelsea, man. Zoe, I'll tell you something. They need to fix up by next season. I don't know who's got for Watford. It'll come up very, very shortly. It's still Crystal Palace 1, Manchester United 0, Leicester 3, Southampton 1. James Maddison, Jamie Vardy, and Perez. For Southampton, James Ward-Prowse. See, now James Ward-Prowse is another one. I've always wondered, why does no big club go in for him? Because I actually think he's a really good player. I really do. I think he works hard. He gets his head down. You never ever read about him in the papers, falling out of clubs, being with this girl, that girl, that girl, that girl, that bird, that bird, that bird, that bird. You know what I mean? He's a good player. Really good player, right? Can deliver a ball on a sixpence as well. But you never ever see a big club going for him. And I've always wondered why that is. Yeah? Why? I think he's a decent player. No way. Man City 3, Aston Villa 2. This is crazy. Gundogan has got the third goal. 81 minutes gone. Man City 3, Aston Villa 2. Christ, I am definitely watching Match of the Day tonight. This is crazy. 3-2 City. City 3-2. City 3-2. Oh my God, City have turned it round. What is going on? Come on, Jimmy D. Chelsea 1, Watford 1. It's QPR all over again. Gundogan scored the third goal. Tony Blackwell, massive substitution by Pepe. Gundogan grabbing 2 to possibly seal the win for City and the title. David P, Gary Neville, so happy City are winning the league. Exactly. You know he's sick. Liverpool 2. Oh, Liverpool. Okay. Yeah, Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. Who's that? Salah. That man. Salah. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is going to go down to the final whistle. Jimmy D, from a neutral point of view, what a day this is. Couldn't care less about our game. Yeah, do you know what? You're right. I'm more buzzing about this. Every time I look at the latest scores, it changes. I'm like, what? Man City were dead and buried. And look, it just goes to show. See what I mean about a quality team? Yeah, it's 2-0 down. If that was Arsenal, right? If that was us, heads are down. Oh, well, what's the point? We've lost it. Yeah. So, I mean, but 2-0 down, they're like, no, come on, we can still do this. Yeah. Look, they get 3 in what, 15 minutes? Mad. And Aston Villa, like, they're no mugs, by the way. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know what? Fair play to City. Just a City go in front, Liverpool reply. Mad. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Irrelevant, but Chelsea are 2-1. They've gone 2-1 up. Yeah. By the way, actually, because I wanted to see who scored for Watford. It was Dan Gosling. Hang on a minute. Dan Gosling, isn't he ex-Everton? Jimmy D. Am I right in saying that? The name rings a bell. I'm sure he's an Everton player. But yeah, we'll see who scored for Chelsea. It's not telling me at the moment. Ross Barkley. Wow. Right, free kick to Everton. Might as well talk about it. In fact, let's not talk about it. I can't be bothered. Jimmy D. Jesus, Dan Gosling scored for Watford. I forgot he was still playing. He is one of... Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The name rang a bell. Is he on loan to them, or is he like, did you sell him? Chelsea, 2-1. Ding dong, Barkley. 87.5 minutes gone now, guys. Arsenal 5, Everton 1. Everton on the attack. Game's done. We sold Gosling years ago. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Right, any changes? Brighton 2, West Ham 1 still. Burnley 1, Newcastle 2, Chelsea 2, Watford 1, Crystal Palace 1, Man United 0. Look at Man United. Look, they've got Cavani up front. They've got Hannibal, Bruno Fernandes, Elanga, Scott McTominay, Fred, Telles, Maguire, Lindelof, Dalot, David De Gea. Poor. Chelsea, yeah. Leicester 3, Southampton 1, Liverpool 2, Wolves 1, Man City 3, Aston Villa 2, Norwich 0, Tottenham 5. Heung-min Son, so he's got his 2 goals. So, yeah, am I right in saying Heung-min Son is, as it stands, he's the top scorer in the league, yeah? Am I right in saying that? I'm sure he's the top scorer. Jeff Cross, I would take Son, works hard, never in the news, class. Oh, mate, I'll take. Listen, when people say, you know, people want to overhype our players, who was it? Was it that channel over there with the old fan cams with the actors on it who said, oh, Odegaard would get into any top 16? And then also in the same breath, putting Odegaard in the same sentence as Bergkamp, yeah? When people say Heung-min Son could get into any top 16, he genuinely could. He's class. Absolute class player. And, you know, people will always talk about Harry Kane. And I do like Kane, actually. I am a fan of Kane, I must admit. Do you remember when I used to tell you guys all the time I would take Harry Kane over Aubameyang any day of the week? Some of you older lot who's been watching me for time on the previous channel, do you remember when I used to say that all the time? And sometimes people would laugh and say, what? Diesel, what are you talking about? Aubameyang's much better. Yeah? Nah, Harry Kane. Quality striker, right? But anyway, you know, a lot of people rave more about Harry Kane. Son, for me, class, but I just find him very underrated. Very underrated. I don't get it. If you look at, you know, I think he's ahead of Salah now, right? I think Salah is the second top scorer in the league. But yet Salah will get a lot of plaudits and this, that, the other. Never really hear about Son. No one really talks about Son. You never really hear about Son in the media, in the papers. It's all Salah, Mane, and Harry Kane. You know, never really hear about Son. But yeah, underrated. And he would walk into any team in this league, even Man City and Liverpool. I genuinely do believe that. He's a class player. And as you say as well, he don't just score goals, he works hard. For me, personally, I think he shines even more for Spurs when Harry Kane's not playing. But yeah, that's just my view. 3-1 Brighton. Christ, Danny Welbeck. West Ham, what's going on? Tone, talk to me. Jimmy D, Man City have to hang on now. This is very exciting drama. Is anyone actually watching that game right now as we speak? Is anyone actually watching Man City and Villa? If so, how's the game going? Let me know. Liverpool get a third. Andy Robertson, yep. 8.5 minutes. The Liverpool 3, Wolves 1. Right, that's a notification to say the match has ended. Arsenal 5, Everton 1. Ryan, Pepe's a pure winner, legend. Second in the league titles in England now behind Sir Alex, legend. Oh, Pep's class. Pep's class. He is. I've said it. I've said this to you guys so many times. I think Pep's the best. I really do. I just love how he just obsesses over football. What is Ramsdale doing? Was that Ramsdale? Yeah, it was. What's he doing? I'm watching the soccer special. It's getting tense now. Oh, can you imagine? Leicester 4, Southampton 1. Perez has got 2 goals now. So Leicester 4, Southampton 1. Still Man City 3, Aston Villa 2. Leicester 3, Wolves 1. All of these games in injury time. Our game has ended now, full time. Being very interested to see like what these players do and how they go on. If they're going on like it's a party thing, then I'm switching this off. You've got the Everton players all over at the Everton end, clapping the fans. Super Frankie Lampard. What else we got here? Yeah, 5-1, but who cares? Couldn't care less, mate. Brighton have been the better team. We have struggled at theirs many times. They do play like decent football as well, Brighton. So that's it, guys. Season's done. Well, for us anyway. Are these games still going on? Right, full time. Man City 3, Villa 2. Man City are champions. They've won. Bang. They've done it. They've done it. They've done it. I'll tell you something, though. Whoa, talk about twists and turns. Mike, do you know what? You've got to give them praise. If that was Liverpool and it was in Liverpool's hands, right, and they went 2-0 down and they pulled it back 3-2, can you imagine the press, the media? Oh, my God, Liverpool, absolute class, this, that, the other. Yeah, Man City do it. No one's really going to mention it. But you know what? Fair play to them. Yeah. Ryan, who is at the better season, Liverpool or City? Do you know what? Ask me that after the Champions League final. It's still not over yet. No way, Burnley are down. Burnley are relegated. Well. So Burnley have gone down. Leeds have scored. They are safe. Yep, City champions. City are champions. Champions. Man City are the champions. Burnley relegated, thank God. Let's be honest. Who's going to miss Burnley? I won't. Yeah, fair play to Jesse Marsh. Come in, he's done what he had to do. His remit would have been to keep the team up, and he's done that. Albeit the last game of the season, but he's still done it, isn't he? He's still done it. So, yeah, fair play to him. Jimmy D from Aguero all the way to Gundogan. Yeah. What is that Tinder crap in the chat? There's probably some bird I pissed off, right? Don't worry about it. I've blocked her anyway, so she can't get to me. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Listen, look, it's been a poor season. You know, it's been for me. It's been a very misleading season. And do you know what? I was having this chat with someone the other day about you know the quality in the league, and there is a lack of it for me. Take away the two top teams, City and Liverpool. It's been bang average, and it has been for the last several seasons, in my opinion. You know, on paper, us finishing 5th as opposed to 8th. Some people will class that as progress. Me personally, you can't look at it like that, as Mikel was trying to sort of blind people into looking at it like that. You can't. There's many variables, right? You know, you have to look at, you know, the quality of the league or the lack of it. You have to look at the teams in and amongst you, right, who all, you know, faltered and, you know, capitulated like this season. Yeah. And also the fact that we were playing once a week. Yeah. You know, a lot of things went for us this season, for us. The one thing I will say, I genuinely believe there will be no hiding place next season, because I can't see these teams being poor again, or as poor as they have been this season. Yeah, I don't. I really don't. Because a lot of these teams are going to chuck money at it. You know, I see Man United, Ten Hag. Listen, it's going to go either way. Either he's going to come in and he's really going to shake things up. He must know what he's walking into, you know, or if not, it could go the other way and they get even worse. You just don't know. The one thing I do know is they will splash the money this summer and get play. There's already about 6 or 7 players leaving purely because they're out of contract. So that'll be a lot of people off that wage bill, and they will spend big money to get players in. And also, Ten Hag will attract good players. He will, right? So, and it's Man United. They still have that lure, you know, that prestige. They will get players in. Yeah. Chelsea will have new owners. They'll have money to spend. Yeah. They'll get players in. Man City are getting Haaland, and they will get another couple more, I would assume. They'll get players in. Liverpool, any player they buy, whether we've heard of them or not, because everyone trusts the judgment of Klopp. Whoever it is they buy, known or unknown, you have belief that they're going to be a good player because you can trust Klopp to make the recruitment right. Yeah, he gets the recruitment right. So Liverpool will get a couple in, especially after Haaland. They have to act on that, in my opinion. So they will. They'll get a couple in. Yeah. Leicester, I can't see him being as poor. They'll obviously get players in. And obviously they've got their players coming back from injury now. You'd like to think they'd obviously make a comeback. West Ham, I think Moyes has done more than enough there for him to warrant money in the summer. So look, we've had a lucky season, really, to have finished 5th, because that is not a top 5th. That's not a top 5 side or squad. It's not. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens, guys. Have to see what happens. But I'm glad the season's over, if I'm honest. I'm tired. I'm shattered. Even right now, I'm dying for a fag. So I can't wait to have that. Tony, where are you? The thing is, Diesel, even the board bought into Arteta and gifted him another contract. Can you see you achieving the same like you have this season? I think it's going to be more of the same next season, mate, if I'm honest with you. While this man is here, and look, it's not, I keep saying this all the time, it's not just him, right? We have owners who don't care about the club. Yeah, we have owners who treat Arsenal as a cash cow, and that is it, right? That is it. So a lot of it does stem from the top, but the one thing we can't say they haven't done is they've given money. You know, we have spent money. We've spent it poorly. The recruitment has been shocking for me. As long as Arteta's here, the club's done for me. It's done. It's past the point now of, if we get him or we get him, then no. I don't think it matters anymore who we get now. I think it's all about this manager. I think he needs to go. Edu and Vinay need to go. The whole setup here. Kroenke doesn't care about Arsenal. So what he does, he pays people to look after it for him, and he's over there. All right. I think when you look at like Chelsea, for example, Tuchel knows if he loses 3-4 games on the trot, he knows he's going to get a phone call from, when Roman was there, he'd have got a phone call from Roman to say, like, what's going on? Yeah. Arsenal don't have that. You know, we don't have owners who care, right? As long as we don't get relegated, as long as the money keeps on ticking over, and as long as Arsenal remains a cash cow, then that's all they're bothered about. Yeah. So really, we've got people here, Vinay and Edu, who have got control of the club, and they're not really being watched. You know, they're not being monitored. They're not really being held accountable by anything. As long as it's making money, then these guys have got jobs for life. And while that is the norm at this club, you're never ever going to see this club be ambitious and want to win things and want to compete and want to, you know, the mentality at this club is all wrong. You know, we've seen it towards the end of this season. You know, when you look at these press conferences, you know, even the most Arteta in lovers, You know, you guys must find it really hard to defend him because he doesn't help himself. When you think of the things the rubbish he comes out with, the rubbish he spouts after time, he doesn't believe it. He's the Riddler. He talks in riddles. He doesn't make sense, right? He contradicts himself a hell of a lot of times as well. He's not believable. He's not believable. And anyone who thinks that we are going to sign class, top grade A quality players this summer, think again, because no quality player is going to want to come here to play under Mikel Arteta. Yeah, they won't. Hence why we are having to go in for the likes of this Marquinhos, this 19-year-old Brazilian winger who costs 3 million. Yeah, that's the standard of player that we are going to be going in for this summer. It's going to be even more young players, even more youth. Yeah, so when they do mess up next season, again, yeah, but the young players, they're going to learn from this. They got to grow together, all that rubbish. Do not fall for it, people. Do not fall for the fan cams that you're about to watch any second now. Do not fall for it. That's all I would say to you. Craig Malloy Diesel, thank you for the content you've been at all season. Thank you very much, bro. No, anytime, mate. Anytime. It's you guys who make this, not me. City fans broke their own goal. That says it all. No, do you know what? Fair play to him, because that is well deserved. It's well deserved. 26 likes. Nice one. I'll take that. Thank you, Steve. Much appreciated. Guys, I'm going to go next. I'm absolutely starving. I've been 2.5 hours. Oh, I'm dying for a fag. So listen, thank you for watching. Much appreciated. And listen, don't think because the season's done, you're not going to see me for weeks and weeks. I'm going to be on here. Don't worry about that. I'm going to be on here. I'm going to be talking about football, but I'm also going to be talking about other stuff. We're going to do a Diesel Diaries very soon as well, because I've been watching some new stuff, and I've got some series I want to talk to you about, yeah? So we'll do that. Lovely. But, yeah, guys, love yous. Blessings and all that. Arteta out as always. Well done to Man City. Credit where credit's due. Well done to Leeds. Yeah. Burnley. Oh, well. See ya. Yeah. Love yous. Later on. Big up yourselves.